Hello, and welcome to Wyverns and Weirdos does Curse of Strahd. I'm your Dungeon Master, Darby, and joining me as usual is Zoe playing Sevia, Emily playing Beatrice, Laura playing Conrad, Mitch playing Kazir, and Johanna playing Fall. Let's jump into it. So, where we last left off, the party got to Vallaki and managed to drop Ismark and Irina off at the church. Unfortunately, they found out that the thing that was keeping the church safe from Strahd had been taken and given to the local coffin maker, Henrik van der Voort. The rest of the parties, so Paul and Beatrice were discovering that, while Sevia, Conrad, and Kazir were on their way to the Blue Water Tavern, which is where we will pick up now. So, Sevia, Conrad, and Kazir, you are just outside at this point the Blue Water Inn. So grey smoke issues from the chimney of this large two-story wooden building with a stone foundation and sagging tile roof upon which several ravens have perched. Painted wooded sign hanging above the main entrance depicts a blue waterfall. What do you wish to do?
Guess we go in.
We go inside.
Alright. So, entering the tavern, you see there's let me just double check. There are a few people here. Most notably, so there is at one of the So one table off to the side, you see a larger man, heavy beard, and long beard and black hair, but both are graying severely at the edges. He is wearing these kind of muted purples and teals.
He's a 7.
And
Nice.
has scars across his face. Next to him is a woman in greens and teals. Her hair is done up in a bun at the back, and similarly is black with graying streaks. And you see two children who are dressed in similar colours bolting around the tavern, who strangely both seem to have, one of them seems to have the same black with grey streaking in it, and the other has completely grey hair. There are several other figures around the tavern who are dressed in similar style to these four and have black hair to them, and as well as a couple of there are a couple of people who seem to be completely different in kind of hunter's pelts. And who else is there? So two people wearing hunter's pelts rather, not belts.
We're wearing hunter's belts as well, I guess.
There. Two. They have kind of dour expressions to them. One has long brown hair and a kind of closely kept beard. The other has a balding head, but his hair is grown at the back of his head and a long beard. And the other, then there is another pair of figures who are dressed in noble outfits, and one other figure who is a half-elven man in very... It's not the most well-kept outfit, but it looks almost like what you in particular would recognize as like a carnival ringmaster's outfit.
Oh, nice. And he's a 9 as well.
If Fall were here.
I will not hear.
Yeah, Fall's not there.
If you were here, you would recognize it as a
cool.
ringmaster's outfit.
Excellent.
Anyone else would recognize it as at least circus adjacent, but yeah.
Yeah. Connor is going to stride up immediately to the chap behind the counter, I suppose.
Okay. So the fellow behind the counter is one of the ones with black hair, not one of the ones with the grey streak, though.
Oh yes, excellent. He kind of sort of puffs himself up. He's like, hello. I am a traveller into this town. I'm looking for lodgings. I heard this was an adequate place.
Of course. What were you looking for?
I was looking for a room,
Yes,
preferably anywhere.
Several. There's a few of us.
Several rooms, yes. Big deal breaker. Do you have running water in this establishment? Preferably a bath of some description.
We do not. That is not. We have facilities to have a bath, but we do not have.
Does that mean you have running water but no bath itself, or
have a well? I do not know what what kind
Sorry,
of
do none of
running
your people bathe?
Yes, people bathe. I do not know what these running water facilities you speak of are, though.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Industry is not... Okay, excellent. So, bucket it is, right.
A tub can be organized for the room.
Excellent. A tub? I will take a tub. I will pay double.
Now, we do have... unfortunately, our private guest room is taken at the moment. But
can it be made available?
You would have to ask that man over there, and he points at the fellow in the ringmaster's get-up. We do have outside of that, we do have two guest rooms that have pairs of single beds, and then one guest room that has 4 beds.
All right. So we're looking for beds for everyone, yes?
Yes. There's 5 of us altogether.
Yes, there is 5, so we will take one room, the room with the 4 people, and one of the rooms with 2.
All right, I will put you. I will place you with with the rooms that are next to each other for your convenience.
All right, and a tub. I
Of
would like
course.
a tub, please.
We will have that sent up.
Excellent. How much?
It is. Do I have a price here?
Oh, I guess it's free then.
Oh,
Oh,
it's not
If the
scary.
DM doesn't come up with a price in 10 minutes, we'll leave.
It's free.
Aaron from earlier turns off.
Yeah.
I can't find it, so I'm gonna say
It's free.
It is 2 silver.
2 silver. And so he sort of like reaches into his like this by the side of his belt and pulls out silver and like flicks it onto the counter.
All right.
Because I want to roll something. He rolled a 16, so he does it very impressively.
Okay.
Coin
It
flip.
lands perfectly in front of him. It's a perfect
Yeah.
coin flip.
And he passes. He passes. Now, were you planning on being 3 and 2 or 4 and 1? Just for the keys. I will give you one of each, and you can decide later. Just
We'll figure that out.
Yes, thank you.
and he
Yes.
passes you 2 keys. This is for the pair room. This is for the group room.
Good. And the bath will be organised?
The bath will be organized. Just let us know when,
as soon
you
as
wish.
possible.
of course.
And remember, I have paid money up front here, so
Yes.
good.
right.
Excellent. We have come to a good arrangement, I feel.
Of course. So, Beatrice and Fall, you probably are finishing up your conversation with Milivoj around about now. So what would you like to do with the new information that the bones are in the possession of one Hendrik van der Voort?
Beatrice turns to Fall and very quietly says, "So that was very good."
Thank you. Wasn't expecting to work that well.
Should we meet up with the others and tell them about the coffin cellar, or should we go and investigate ourselves?
It might be good to have them as backup in case he doesn't take kindly to us knowing.
Yes,
Do you think?
true. Perhaps we should find out where he is and then go and talk to everyone.
That's an idea. I guess so. We can ask around about where he lives.
All right.
Hmm.
We shall head for the inn and see if anybody knows.
Yeah, certainly. All right. Will definitely make me feel safer.
Okay.
I guess.
So you make your way to the inn, and upon entering the inn, Beatrice, you are accosted by one of the dark-haired patrons, who says to you, "I would advise against holding this appearance if you can avoid it, sister."
Well, I'm kind of stuck with this appearance, so I'll stick with it. But thank you.
The look they give you in response to that is a somewhat puzzled one, but they go over to the man with the graying streak.
Phil's just like, I thought people liked the raven kind of look. That was a bit rude.
So yeah, you're able to catch up with. Yeah, you can see everyone that your allies saw and your allies.
Conrad is like leaning against the bar. He's like ordered a wine, I suppose. What's the best tipple that you have? That kind of thing. So she's kind of leaning like very like wide, like long against the tavern as Darby frowns, trying to figure out
Tip off.
what the pricing of wine would be. Alcohol,
Yeah.
makes you go funny in the head, that sort of thing. That's normal around here, isn't it?
I just realized I completely underpriced the I found the room
Well, if it's underpriced, you
cost.
gotta
Yeah,
you gotta keep it that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
for the first night. For the first night.
It said there was a sale online, and therefore
Yeah.
you're not
Yeah,
allowed
let's
to make
see.
us pay full price in store. I don't
so-
care that the sale ended yesterday. The sign is still up.
The better wine is a pint of Red Dragon Crush wine.
Sounds
For-
nice. I'll have some.
Of course, that is 1
Give it-
silver.
1 silver, easy.
And he hands you a pint of.
That's out of 15. So he flips the silver coin very pointlessly, fancily, because he's trying. Yeah, everyone around him is like, "Oh, okay." Trying to show off about a coin flip. Very good job.
All right.
We
Cool.
love a teenager.
That's
When
great.
when Beatrice walked in
Mm.
and was accosted by the gentleman,
Mm.
did Kazid notice that?
Yes. I would say so. Yeah.
Would Sevia?
No, not with a passive perception of 11.
What if I was looking at the door, anxiously waiting for my friends to arrive?
You didn't see it, Zoe.
Shit.
Oh.
Alright, so after this, Beatrice and Fool make their way up to the group.
Okay.
You're back. How did it go?
It went very well, if I say so.
Fool did very well.
Yes, he was an easy one to convince. So I believe a coffin maker has the bones.
Oh,
I mean,
It may not be best to talk about it here, though.
Maybe we just call it like
has the bones.
the parcel or the letter.
Later.
yes.
Yes.
So the coffin maker has the letter from the
Yes.
great postman in the sky.
Yes, one he paid for.
Oh my
He
goodness.
paid to get the letter.
Oh, I'm sorry if that's a disrespectful thing to call them, Kizzy.
It's all right.
Good.
They don't mind.
Right. Good. Yes.
Yes. We don't know why, but it was paid for.
Right.
They didn't specify a price.
Not that I remember.
No.
So,
I
I
have a
guess we can have a talk to them.
I'm assuming they won't hand over the letter.
Probably not.
Maybe, if we look appropriately like scary mail deliverers, we will convince him to give us the letter.
That's true. Yes.
Sevia just, oh gosh. Just anime sweat beads all over this poor child.
Paul,
Uh,
you notice that, and you would have noticed to an extent, that the man in the ringmaster's outfit has not let his suspicious gaze away from Beatrice
oh,
from the moment she entered.
okay.
Just has been eyeing her, suspicious of her.
What do you know of the people here? They're acting very weird with Beatrice.
Are they?
I noticed
Maybe.
that when she walked in.
Yeah.
What'd that man
they're-
say to you?
He said I should not take this form if I can help it.
Hmm.
And he called me sister.
You can't help it. That's you. Any more than I can help being human. What a-
Yes.
Hmm.
But we've seen how there are others that have reacted to me because of the ravens.
Is this place like ravens are bad luck and that place is like ravens are good luck?
Hey. Well, there's a little bit of time before our room is ready, and maybe, we still need to organize what's happening with the man with the letter, so maybe we can, ask around and see what people think of ravens. Even though you're not one.
It's a very good idea. Where's the gentleman that had a chat to Beatrice?
He is at one of the other tables.
Kazir is going to grab a drink, wander over to the table, and sit himself down.
Okay.
Serious? Okay, and then she's going to wander in a different direction and probably run into one of the small children.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
Sorry.
No,
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Name's Kazir. We haven't met. Got a question. What's your deal with my friend?
I was only doing her a kindness.
All right, what's your kindness with my friend?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh dear.
This isn't the most direct persuasion check. This is more about like your countenance and
Okay. Persuasion. Ooh, that's a -1. 15. I'm better at intimidation.
you seem trustworthy.
Try to be.
This place is protected, shall we say, by folks like myself and like my friends here and like the Martikovs. And he gestures to the man and woman with the graying hair. We are known among ourselves, at least, as the keepers of the feather. We try to keep our membership secret so that we cannot be targeted. But let's just say there's a reason that people tend to seek the aid of ravens around here. Meanwhile, at the table with Beatrice, Conrad, and Fall, the child that didn't
Sevia.
the child that Sevia didn't run into, runs up to the table and looks at Beatrice wide-eyed and said, like, I can do that too. But mother and father say that I shouldn't.
Why do they say you shouldn't?
Because bad people will want to hurt us.
Conrad is going to survey around the room to see who is watching us at this particular time while this continues.
Yeah, the roll me a perception check.
I will, and please continue, Beatrice. I'll just know. As a non-net 20. Yeah. Dirty 20.
He looks at you, Conrad, and you, Fall. Are you two ravens as well?
No. So you're a were-raven, are you?
Yes, but don't tell anyone.
Don't worry, your secret's safe with me.
Yes, we wouldn't tell anyone. So, is anyone looking specifically at our table?
So what did you roll again?
It was a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So you notice there are 3 people paying particular attention to your table. The man and woman who have the black hair with the grey streaks, and the man or the half-elf in the ringmaster's outfit.
He wasn't one of the people who were pointed out as the protectors, was he?
No.
I'm assuming also he doesn't look anything like these kids that look just like their parents,
No.
I'm presuming as well.
You do notice
base
too.
intelligence.
You do notice too that he is writing in like a little notebook of sorts.
Conrad leans towards Beatrice. He's like, clock the elf over there. I don't think his intention is. There's something there. There's 2 others watching, but they're presumably the parents. Don't get a very good feeling about the other one, though.
What is he doing?
Seems to be writing, not in itself a very dangerous thing, although it certainly can be, but has been watching yourself and the child quite intently. So generally, something to watch out for. Just a heads up.
Meanwhile, Fall's been asking the child questions that must be very scary being a were-raven, but it's a really cool ability. I'm trying to get more info.
Sometimes when I can't go to sleep, I go outside through the window and I fly around a bit to tire myself out. It's fun.
It must be fun. Why is it a little dangerous though to be one?
Mommy says it's because we help people and the person who is in power of these lands does not like that. And so those who work for him want us not to be around.
Fall just shoots Beatrice and Conrad and look like, oh shit.
Okay.
That's pretty awful. I know people in charge can be like that, and I think it's best that you listen to your parents about this one and be a little quiet about this this fun ability of yours.
Well,
anyway, do you want to see something cool? Starts juggling some nuts, reaches into their pocket, starts juggling.
Oh my god.
and roll me a performance check.
Yeah.
A nut juggling performance check, maybe.
Guys gotta make do. That is oh shit, that was a 10.
I mean, it's serviceable.
More of an acrobat.
It's enough. Yeah. It's enough to entertain a child.
Yeah. Nice.
Meanwhile, Sevia has decided that seeing that one of the kids is talking to her friends and Kazir is talking to, the people in the jewel-colored robes, she's going to go up to one of the people in hunter's pelts. And she's going to kind of wander over and just be like, hello, sorry, is this seat taken?
You see one of them, so I'll show you the images of these two.
How bad I do. How bad an idea.
The two of them introduce
bad
themselves
feelings.
to you as Soldar,
Ooh.
the bald man.
Very fierce looking.
Yeah.
And Yevgeny. You see there's a bit of
he looks like a Yevgeny.
there's a
And
bit
they're
of
in-
The scars on his face.
They're an
Pelts.
8 and a 10 respectively,
Ooh,
baby.
boy.
Nice.
there's a bit of a sly smile that creep across each of their faces as you approach and ask. Of course, take a seat.
My name is Sevia. What's your name?
I am Yevgeny. This my friend Soldar.
Wonderful to meet you. I'm so sorry. I'm from out of town. I'm here all alone, and I was just wondering, who are all these people who look so similar? In all these wonderful robes, you two stand out quite remarkably.
They're just people. They're just people. But we are hunters.
Hunters.
And he puts his arm up over the back of his chair.
Oh, wow, hunters. Oh, what do you hunt?
Wolves, mostly.
Oh,
But,
yes, I heard such terrible wolves in the forest in my travels.
Don't worry, darling. We'll protect you from those.
Wonderful. What else do you hunt? This is the greatest performance of Sevia's life.
We've heard, there's not too much else that is, worth the pay for us to seek out, but, we can take on any threat.
Wow, you're so strong and brave. How long have you been hunters?
Ever since I was trained in it, we've been in business for, about 5-6 years now? Is that right, Soldar? I'd say about 5-6 years.
Wonderful. And do you hail from I'm about to say this name very wrong because we all know I cannot read. Do you hail from Valaki, or are you from somewhere such as Barovia?
We are from Valaki.
Of course. I've just traveled through Barovia. Dreadful place. They could use men like you around there.
Well, we might have to consider it.
Yes, no, a terrible wolf problem. As I was going through, I found this awfully mutilated corpse in the woods. It was just terrible. Although I do have a question, and if you could help me, that would be so wonderful. You see, I'm so new to this area, and some of the phrases and things I hear, they're so strange and different. I heard talk in Barovia of the importance of ravens.
That is just a silly little aphorism used to give people comfort.
Oh. They seemed quite impassioned about it, really. What would ravens even protect them from? They're so small.
Exactly. But you stick with me. I can protect you.
Oh. Well, I'm not here for very long, but what she's suddenly realized she doesn't know where this is going, and she's made many mistakes.
I will give
Okay,
you a moment, and we'll cut over to Kazir.
Thank you.
Watching video, just see all our grossed out faces of these men.
Yeah.
Screech. Screech.
You think that's awkward for you? Try being me and Darby.
Yeah.
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 So I start flirting with the nobleman.
God damn it.
So this isn't the nobleman that you're
Oh,
talking
okay.
about. This is one of the
Grotty
general...
hunters. You probably haven't bathed in 10 years.
No, the grotty hunters are the ones that Sevia is talking to. These are
Yeah,
just
precisely.
general
General patrons.
yeah.
Yes, general
But they
unsuspicious
they
patrons.
seem to have some connection to the proprietor, or who you've gathered by this point are the proprietors, the man and woman with the grey streaks.
Okay. So, why do you say people don't like raven folk?
Not that they don't like us, it's that there are some elements who would seek to remove us from the picture to make life easier for them. We are protectors, and Strahd and those loyal to him do not like that.
Can I ascertain whether he's telling some sort of
Yep,
truth in that?
Roll me an insight check.
Oh. Miss Caius. Oh, never mind. That's at 14.
14. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any obvious signs of deception in his expression.
Alright.
Seems forthcoming.
Do you know of anyone who would wish harm on my friend or other raven folk that are around here, around these parts?
I cannot say for certain of those in here. That fellow over there, he says, pointing at the man in the the ringmaster's outfit. His position is difficult to ascertain. The nobles you are lucky you are collectively so well armed. They are idiots. They are drunks, and they will pick fights, but they are at least smart enough to know not to fight a well-armed stranger. But their mother is pretty influential. She might be interested to meet you and your blue friend.
You as in, like, the group?
You in particular. She has certain beliefs that someone such as yourself might be able to use to your advantage.
Do you have an address, or...?
Just look for the Wachter residence.
The water residence?
Wachter.
Octor.
A Voctor.
Sorry, accents.
W-A-C... that is misspelt here, so let me just double check. W-A-C-H-T-E-R.
Yep. 3 of those letters correct. Alright. Thank you. I'll be sure to check them out, I guess.
Just be careful. There's some strange things going on in that place.
Strange things going on everywhere, I see.
Did something wrong with that woman ever since her husband died.
Alright. Well, thanks for the heads up. Tell your friends, don't be racist. And I go back to my group.
Okay.
Paul's just been entertaining the kid, and it seems like he knows how to interact with kids pretty well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright. Sevia, back with the 2 sleazy hunters.
Gotta get back in position, baby. So
And Emily's immediately back to cringe.
Jesus fucking Christ. I want it stated for the record, I've done more flirting now as a human wizard than I have as a tiefling bard in the main campaign. I want that stated. I am subverting expectations here. Anyway. So, Sevia is going to silently... She doesn't pray, but she wishes on all the books she has ever read that the party is not going to find out she said this. She's going to be like, so if ravens aren't a big deal, then what do you think is up with that raven woman over there?
It is strange. But there are many strange things in this land.
Of course, but you know, just as I've been traveling around Barovia, you don't see a lot of what shall I call it? Diversity of a sort.
True,
So
but there are. I have heard things of in Kresk, people, shall we say, cursed with beat steel traits.
Oh. Do you think that's what her deal could be? Or are there other kinds of creatures that could be human-sized ravens around here?
I do not know for certain. But, if you're around me, I won't let any of them lay a hand on you.
Oh, how very kind of you. She is at this point realizing she's not going to get a lot more information out of these guys.
Yeah.
She is just very briefly going to be like, so are you two self-employed or?
Yep. We hunt wolves, bring the meat in, and sell it. It's a comfortable living. We also work as guides, if you need our service.
Guides? Around what areas?
Yes, around Barovia, around the general area. Usually about 5 gold per day, but... and he leans in and he says, I'm sure we can come to some sort of arrangement.
She's going to very briefly look over at the table. She knows where everyone is, and she's just making really wide eyes at them. And with a hand like under the table that the hunters can't see, she is just gonna like flap really hard, trying to get their attention and be like, "Someone come do something to save me! I have dug a grave I cannot get out of."
Is Sevia trying to flirt with them, or is she being sort of invisibly strangled? A lot of flapping gestures going on
A
over there.
little distress?
I think perhaps she needs help.
Help, all right.
That's what that means.
I think so.
Possibly. I find her to be extremely variable in her personality and approach to things. Well, I'm not a very good judge. Well,
She's a little odd.
step in?
I think so.
I think somebody should.
What, do we draw straws or what? Is anyone here getting a vibe that this is not okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear
yeah.
this conversation.
I think everyone roll me an insight check.
Oh, that's a good idea.
To look at the big man looming over.
Oh my god.
Sylvia.
Okay.
I hate this
I mean,
man
he's-
so much.
Like, they're
I hate
sitting
him.
Inside?
21 for
Christ, I rolled a
Conrad.
6. Paul is like,
Dirty 20.
Awesome. 21.
26.
Oh, because he was like,
And what-
bad vibes.
And what's 4?
6.
6. So 4.
Paul's like, I don't know what flirting is.
You
What's going
see,
on there?
you see nothing notable one way or the other about the conversation from this distance. Kazir, Conrad, and Beatrice, you all gather that, like, yeah, this is looking like these two guys are looking kind of sleazy, and Sevia's body language doesn't suggest that she's overly comfortable in the situation she's in.
Don't think she's quite. Either she's not aware or she's not entirely interested in what they're talking about, shall we say.
Yes, I think that is right.
So, well, I guess I'm gonna go over if no one else will, and I start to stand up.
Beatrice also stands.
I mean, Conrad resignedly stands probably about the same time as like, I don't feel comfortable sitting down now. Well, yes.
Sevia's like momentarily happy that multiple of them are coming to her aid, and then remembers she said she was alone. And she's like, fuck, oh god, gods, ah! So she's gonna turn back to the guys and be like, oh, I'm sure many deals could be breached. I sometimes work in spells, yes?
I'm sure there's a great many charms that you have.
Aren't you such a kind man? I'm assuming you guys are near the table.
Yeah, so at this point,
Who arrives
you have
first?
3. Probably Kazir or Beatrice, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm so sorry to everyone in this party. She's gonna turn around and be like, darling, I didn't know you were following me. You brought friends? My god, I go on one holiday and I'm so sorry, gentlemen, I must depart. This is a serious situation with my husband.
Roll me a performance check.
Oh god, please.
But which one's us?
Yes, Beatrice.
Nat 20.
So what is the total?
Deception, persuasion,
Persuasion.
Performance.
21.
21. Okay. Yeah, there's no way that they don't believe that. So you tricked them into thinking that whoever was first to get here is your husband. Kazir.
I hope it was Beatrice, to be honest.
I was kind of hoping it was going to be Conrad, TBA.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh boy, yeah.
What?
You're into tall, red, and horny there.
I'm so sorry, gentlemen. Our conversation simply must come to an end. My husband and I have much to discuss. Anyway, farewell. Goodbye, darling. Come with me.
As you leave, like you hear them muttering about actually no, you wouldn't, but Kazir and Beatrice, you would with your passive perceptions. Muttering something about like in league with devils and as crazy as that Wakta woman.
Interesting.
Just before I turn around, I give whoever is closest to me, or of the two hunters, the most seductive wink that I can.
roll me a, let's just say a general charisma check.
Not 20.
All right, no,
Are
not
they into
at
it?
all. I also have a negative modifier, so that is a 5.
5.
It's very. You blink with both eyes.
They give you a look as if to say like, what the fuck?
Beatrice just like flicks her cloak and follows after everyone,
All right.
shaking her head.
Bad luck, boys. No game tonight, I'm afraid.
They
And-
kind of scowl at that.
Incredible.
Where do we go? Do we go
I'm
back to
following
the
my
table?
wife.
Do we go to
Also
the
watching, like,
table? Do we go
what?
outside?
I think we should see if the room's are ready yet.
Yes, bath ready yet?
Yes, there is a tub sent up to each room. Have you decided how you are splitting the rooms?
I don't care, I'm having a bath. Question also, anyone here good at washing clothes and things? I will pay for it.
We could speak to someone about that.
Arrange it, I'll pay double.
All right.
Good, excellent.
Sevia is just like, as soon as someone who has the keys, presumably Conrad, goes up the stairs, she's going to be like, darling, you booked a room, how could you? I was just going on a simple holiday. And she's going to make a whole scene going up the stairs, and as soon as she is out of eyesight of these hunters, she's going to go, I have never been more sorry in my life. Ah.
Yeah, let's just let's just not talk about that.
What did you think you were doing?
I wanted to ask about ravens, and then they got all weird about it, and I was just playing along like you do at college when you don't want men to be weird at you while you're like tutoring them, and then they kept escalating because apparently these men know how to escalate and I do not know how to de-escalate, and then you guys came over and
Why is one of a husband?
Because in my experience, the one way to make sure big, tough men who are much bigger and stronger than me back off is to say that there is another man in the way. Honestly, I'm sorry. I would have said Fall was my husband. I would have said Conrad was my husband. I just had to pretend that one of you was my husband, and Kazia got to me first. I am so sorry. This feels very inappropriate.
You're a strange one.
As long as
So
everything
anyway-
turned out okay.
Did you at least learn anything from the men?
I learned they're wolf hunters. They think ravens don't mean a lot around here because they're not big and scary. They said something
Yeah.
about people cursed with bestial forms. Apart from that,
That would be
Well.
ravens.
Interesting. We talked to one of the children.
and then I read it. I should have just sat with you.
Yes, you should have. But one of these children, it told us that can turn into raven and fly around. They say a shapeshift.
It sounded like they're against Strahd.
Yes,
Well, Strahd is against them.
something along those lines.
That's the impression I got as well, talking to the other fellas.
Probably good in a sense.
There's someone out there who's trying to fight, I suppose.
Or alternatively, Strahd just has a lot of fun flitting around, being making sport of them, and therefore may frequent wherever they go. So
That is also true.
things to consider.
Hmm.
Well,
Now, how are we going to divide up the room?
Well, I'm having a bath first, so you can all wait in the hallway and divvy up the rest of it. You can pick
There are 2
bedrooms
rooms.
after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We could put the bath in the smaller room.
There's baths in both rooms.
Oh, are there?
There's
Yeah, there's a tub in each room. But it's a bit of a tighter fit in the room with 4 beds.
Yes. Anyway, you have your fun post-adventure talk. I'm having a bath. Do not bother me. And he ducks into the 2-bedroom room
Okay.
and slams the door. Quite suddenly, I suppose. Yep.
And as the rest of you go into the other room, I take it, you see 4 plain beds with straw mattresses which line the north wall of this well-lit room. Each bed comes with a matching footlocker to store clothing and other belongings. A table and 4 chairs occupy the corner across from the door, with an oil lamp resting on the table casting a bright yellow flame. Conrad, the room you're in is similar, but instead it has 2 cozy beds with matching footlockers resting in the far corners of the 15-foot square room. Wolf
Excellent.
furs are heaped atop each bed, and between the beds a lamp sits on a table under a shuttered window. 2 tall black
Nice.
wardrobes stand against the wall by the door.
Cool. Fair.
So, what are people doing?
Vivia's dying of shame. She's sitting on a bed and just dying of shame internally, constantly.
No.
Kazir starts separating the electrum into piles of 40.
Okay.
what's that you've got there, Kazir?
Is there a payment from our friends for getting the chick whose name I've definitely not forgotten to the church?
That's a lot of money.
It's a bit. It's electrum as well. So hopefully they accept it around here. I know back where I come from, they don't really deal with it, but
I don't think I've ever
Yeah.
seen it before.
yeah. Well, each piece is worth half a gold, so it's not too bad, not too shabby.
Yeah. You do know, like, most places will
thinking platinum
accept it, but it's not dealt with
Often.
deliberately often.
Oh, yeah.
You don't know how that is here, but yeah. You do note that it is kind of minted with Strahd's face on one side, like a profile of Strahd's face on one side.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Fall and Beatrice, nice job getting that info from before.
Yes, well, it was all fall.
Thank you. I guess he wanted to talk.
Must feel guilty.
I think so. So,
Well, if nobody else is going to do it, I'm going to have Buff. And Beatrice immediately starts shucking all her clothes off.
I love that.
She has no shame. Gonna do it.
Covers her eyes. Sevia covers her eyes.
I mean, there's probably feathers doing a lot of the covering work too.
I know, but it's the principle of the matter.
That's great. I love that.
Flash.
Just kind of shrugs and turns away a bit.
Do you want privacy?
Yeah. If you don't want to look, don't look.
I'm not.
I love that. That's so good. It's a good visual.
Wet
Everyone's
feathers.
just standing there uncomfortably in the room. Incredible.
I don't know, Paul will sidle up to Sevia and be like,
So, you got yourself a husband, do you?
Oh, don't start. Don't bloody start, Paul.
Have you thought I liked him?
Don't you bloody well start, Fall. I panicked. I really know he's so much. Kazir,
Yeah,
how old are you?
I'm 35.
35.
It is really
That's-
old, actually.
That's 14 years.
I'm right here, Fall.
Sorry. I'm sorry, my eyes were covered. I couldn't hear you.
Beatrice just pipes up from the tub. I am 38. You didn't ask, but I thought you might want to know.
You're both looking very nice for your age.
Well, I'm 21, so you can understand why I'm feeling a certain sense of mortification right at this particular moment in my life.
You travel long enough, you learn things, and you get no shame.
Is that what I work with wizards? I feel like there's 12 layers before we even get to our undershirts. I'm feeling quite anxious at the moment. Actually, I feel yes, this is anxiety. What I am feeling, I believe, is called anxiety, and it's just absolutely delightful right in this moment to be riddled with it as I sit here contemplating all the issues I have ever had and all the mistakes that have led me to this particular point in my life, presenting Kazir as my bloody husband. No offense, Kazir, I'm sure you'd make a lovely husband.
Well,
Paul is loving this.
Beatrice is also just having a great time.
The little Conrad can overhear is just ridiculous.
It goes just like, God, these walls are so thin. Disgusting. Oh. Yeah.
I guess Kazir is like flicking through different bits of parchment that he's got, hurriedly trying to make himself busy and not take part in whatever this conversation is.
Okay.
Yes, I'm sure you'd make a lovely husband. I'm just not looking.
Thank you, I think.
Yes, you'd make a lovely husband, but not for me, and not for Fall. Maybe for what letters have you got there?
So bold as to change the subject.
Yes, please, God's above, please.
When we were entering Barovia, the late gentleman that we buried, he had a letter on him, which I didn't really want to bring up at the point because, you know, taking other people's stuff. But I'd hoped that I could deliver it if it was going somewhere to Barovia, but it looked like he might have been heading outside of Barovia. So I don't know what to do with it, but I've just been carrying it around, and I take out a letter with, what was it, like the letter B on it or something?
Yeah, it's a letter B and a
letter
wax
B.
seal.
Yeah. And I don't know what to do with it, and I feel like just carrying it is probably not a good idea.
Guess we'd have to have a look at it to see who it's for and everything.
Well, I mean, Normally, I'd be against opening up someone else's property, but if it helps us find who the letter's addressed to, it might be a good idea.
Yeah, so Barovia doesn't seem all that large in comparison to somewhere like Durham. I'm sure we might be able to work out some deductive clues, get it delivered to the right person.
All right, well, does anyone have a letter opener? I've only got a mace.
You can grab one of my daggers.
Thank you. And I'll go over and grab
From
a
like
dagger from the
pile of
clothing on the wall.
I mean, I also have a small knife. It's okay. Just use a big dagger. It's fine.
All right. So, you open the letter.
We pop off the wax seal and I lay it out on the table.
All right. So that is the letter you see.
Fantasy grounds.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh. Oh dear.
Hail
Oh,
thee of might and valor, I the Burgomaster of Barovia.
You might need to read that out, Darby, for the podcast
Yeah.
listeners.
So, hail thee of might and valor. I, the Burgomaster of Barovia, send you honor with despair. My adopted daughters, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. How my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead, and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power, that the devil may be contained within the walls of Weeping. Barovia, leave out of Weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from this evil fate of ours. There is much wealth untapped in this community, entrapped in this community. Return for your reward offer. We are all after we are all departed for a better life. Polyan Indirovich, Burgomaster.
In other words, the quest marker for what the quest we have already done.
Did
Irina's been bitten by a vampire?
Oh,
yes.
Wait, Ismark didn't say she'd been bitten? An unhealing wound. She didn't mention. That seems bad. That seems like exceptionally bad.
I mean, to be fair, I also got bit.
Healed.
Still got the scars, and I dropped my cloak down a little bit, and you can see I've still got the 2 pinpricks.
But
Conrad also
Roll
got
me
bitten,
an
but
Arcana or Religion check, Xavier.
please, dice, for the love of God, be good. Please. Okay. Arcana or religion?
Yeah,
Well,
your choice.
Arcana is better. That would make it an 18.
So, you are aware that while legends do speak of the bite of a vampire causing vampirism, there are a lot of legends that speak in more detail on the matter and indicate that there is typically more to the process than simply being bitten.
Mhm.
You're not quite sure what that additional process would be, but simply being bitten is not enough to turn someone, typically.
Well, look, I don't. I know this is all in Fierlor. These are legends, these are stories, these are tales we tell kids to keep them in line, but I don't believe vampire bites on their own are meant to turn you into a vampire. What concerns me about this letter is where is it? He says it's an unholy wound. He says she dies from it like that. I don't know, to me that implies maybe more than he's just bitten her once, and it sounds festering. It sounds deeper than that. It sounds like we should maybe be worried about finding these bones and keeping her safe, and I don't know, exercising her, or I don't know.
It's worrying.
By this point, you can see out the window, like, the light is starting to wane. And you've probably got... Beatrice, you're probably the one who would have the best idea of a guess, but it's probably around only about an hour or so of sunlight left. Maybe less, maybe more.
I should have
in the day.
I should have set up something so we'd know if Strahd went to the church. This makes me worry more.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm with you on that one. This is concerning.
Yeah. We don't have much sunlight left for today either. It would not do to be out after dark.
So should we try in the morning, or?
We should check in on them in the morning.
That might be safe.
Yeah.
I also have another lead to follow up on. My new friends downstairs, they mentioned that there was a fairly influential and powerful woman around these parts that I don't know, might have something to do with a religious fellow, and they reckon I should go and talk to him. I don't know what that would entail, but that might be a good idea.
A religion that might be the holy symbol from the prophecy.
Oh. Yes.
It maybe if this is something to do with a religious person, they spoke of a symbol beneath the sun, in the house of a saint. Maybe this religious person will lead us to that.
Well, I don't know if this person is religious. I think they just want to talk to a religious person. But talking about the house of a saint, that could potentially be the church, because they've got the bones of a saint. So that's the final resting place of Saint Anders, or whatever his name was.
St. Andrew.
That's the one.
Could be. It's worth looking into. I was about to say kill two birds with one stone. No.
That is rude.
Given present company, that's not the best choice of words.
No, we could multitask. Be good. Try to spend as little time here as possible, get as many things done as we can.
I think that's a very good idea. Well, do we want to look at doing that tomorrow, or trying to get something done in the next, 40 minutes?
Honestly, I don't see what we can do that won't involve me having to go past those awful men again.
I mean, you could always go down with your husband.
I swear, Kazir, you said we weren't going to discuss this.
I know, and I've been trying to forget it, but it just keeps coming up somehow. I don't know why, but I just got to talk about it. That was yeah.
So you want to talk about it?
Well, I mean, no, I don't. But my brain's like, hey, that's the point.
Okay, there are other people in this room. Fall, Beatrice, have you ever had to pretend someone was your partner to escape an awkward situation, such as a weird lunch or a strange get-together with your colleagues?
I honestly didn't get out that much. It hasn't come up.
No, never.
I swear to you, this is common. This is common.
Me, Johanna has.
Me, sorry. I swear to you, this is a common thing people do. It's not. It's not weird. It's not.
I don't think I want to meet any more wizards.
Oh no. Most of us we're fine. It's less wizards and more university students.
There.
You're right. Most wizards are quite weird too. Carrying around our big old books. Just say what you want to say, Kazir. I'll handle it. It's fine.
Oh, it's all good. I just wasn't expecting it, so caught me a little off guard.
Believe me, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't feel it was necessary.
That's all right. You got to do what you got to do to get out of a situation that you're not happy with. I understand that. So, sleeping arrangements. What are we looking at?
I'm fine here.
We could do what we did back at Ismark and Arena's place. You and Beatrice in one room, us three in the other. Would require you and Conrad swapping. It probably would have been better to get in the alternate baths, but that's neither here nor there.
We wanted this privacy. And in during the whole sort of conversation and the letter and everything, Beatrice has gotten out and dried off and gotten dressed again.
It's incredible. Serious conversation. We're just like, all right.
Yes,
feathers.
This Wyverns and Weirdos goes HBO.
Yeah, this is the sexy podcast. Nope.
Sexy bird lady.
Yeah. I'm just imagining you doing what birds do, where you just do that full body, like, and
Yeah,
you're just like
I
kind
love
of
that
puffy.
with birds. It's so cute. Imagine like just as Beatrice is getting redressed again, Conrad opens the door and goes, and he's like his cloak and it's like down to like his shirt and his pants. He's like, did you just have a bath in front of everyone?
We weren't looking.
Yes.
You were
And?
comfortable. Okay, everyone looks very cheerful. That's well, excellent. Well, don't stop your conversation on my accord.
We've read the letter that we found when we first entered.
Oh yes, the letter that Kazir picked up. Yes, stowed away
That's
to
fine.
read later, I'm sure. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, you can have a read of that in your own time, I guess. But main points are shit's gone sideways. We haven't been told everything, and yeah, that's about it. And that seems to be par for the course around here.
That is a pretty correct assessment, given the state of things everywhere. Okay, interesting.
We also
Good.
have a couple of new leads to follow up on tomorrow, but we're probably going to get some sleep tonight.
Okay.
Chase them up tomorrow morning.
Good. Well, leads are always good. Good. Excellent.
It's really about it. We were just about to talk about where we're going to go to sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you have any preferences, Conrad, I was suggesting we do what we did at Ismark's and Beatrice and Kazir in one room, us three in the other, unless you would like more privacy. I'm sure the four of us can sleep in here, but it would be nice to be in pairs in case something happens.
Indeed. You wouldn't want your nice shoes to get damaged or scuffed or something in some kind of nighttime scuffle. The key part of your inventory. Certainly. Well, that is logical. It is always good to have someone to watch your back. while you sleep, of course. Yes. Well,
All right. Good preparations.
Yep. Well, I guess if there's nothing else to talk about, we will retire to our rooms. Oh, and by the way, and I grab one of the pouches of Electrum. These 4 are yours. Payment for the quest done without any failures, any extravagant failures, I guess. And
yes.
Excellent.
Thank you.
also, Conrad, how much we owe you for the rooms?
Just that. It's barely anything. I mean, look at the rooms. Is that straw? Well, I've obviously paid much more than I should have, but it's not really an object for me at this point in time. So it doesn't really matter.
Well, thank you, but let us know if that changes.
I will.
All right. Well, good night, all.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
And as you go to rest, that is where we're going to end it for this week.
Okay. Hope you'll enjoy, guys.
Yeah.
So
If
your
listeners-
second night in Barovia.
I hope you all enjoyed listening to that podcast more than I enjoyed creating the content of that podcast.
Oh, lovely.
Reliving the terrible world of being at bars with men.
Ugh.
I felt horrible.
Generally
Good.
being AFAB. Yay!
Yeah.
Great.
Anyway,
See you next week, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
next
you for
week.
listening.
Thanks for listening.
thanks
Bye.
for listening.
Bye.